In Minecraft Skyblock, fishing is an essential part of the game. If you get a high fishing rod, you can actually make a ton of money. For an example, there is a beginner's fishing pole, which gives a bonus fish catch, as well as a catch success. And in island fishing, you can see there is a island fishing limit that you can upgrade with island upgrades. But the point is, you can only fish around 200 fish every hour if you have the first tier of the upgrade, which I have. By default, it's about 100 fish, but you get the point, there's a limit, and every hour after you hit that limit, you can start again. And of course, you have to go ahead and upgrade through all the tiers. As you can see, there are a ton of tiers of fish. And in this video, we want to unlock the Copper Fins recipe, which as you can see, it makes a little bit of money. But if you look at the name of it, it says farmed. Farmed is the automated version, which we don't really care for the farmed version. We want to care for the Copper Fins that is actually going to make us money if we manually grind these fish with a good fishing rod. But in order to even get up to this point where we get Copper Fins unlocked, we need to use fishing bots and set those up in today's video. The reason we're using fishing bots is because they don't count to the limit, so you basically can get a ton of requirements in your island fishing to get up to higher tiers. So we're gonna put our fuel to work on fishing. Before we do that though, I quickly do need to mention this. A lot of my viewers recently have just been watching the content and are not subscribed, so if you are one of those people, consider subscribing. I'd very much appreciate it. Anyways, the first thing we need to do is set up an area for the fishing bots themselves. And we need to look at the radius on the bots as well, because there is a radius we need to work with here. So in F3 plus G, we can turn on our chunks, as you can see. And if we place down this fisher bot, there is a radius. Where is it at? Yeah, it's 2 out in every direction. So 2 this way, 2 this way, 2 this way, and 2 this way. If I'm going to be honest, that's a pretty simple concept. And then what we're going to do is make a giant tower going upwards, and it's going to be in this corner here. And the reason we're putting it in this corner is so we can collect all the farmed fish and just let it go into the collection and sell potentially, because farmed fish is not really that great compared to the manual grinded fish. It's like significantly worse in the money you make from the recipes and just overall the farmed fish in general. So we're gonna go ahead and get some wood, which is over here. Get some wood, and then we need to make a platform, which I do actually need a bit more wood now that I'm thinking about it. We're gonna grab this and craft this all up. So we just need to build a decent sized platform, which I believe is this big in length on each side, so we can go ahead and fill this all in. Now we're going to trap in the water where it's going to sit on the outside here, and we're actually not going to be putting it near the bottom. We're going to make a giant thing at the top of the island, so we're going to go all the way to the top here, or at least to a significantly high height, which I'm thinking is going to be Y50. So yeah, around this level here, we're going to go along the outskirts of this, make a ring of water, and that's pretty much that. And we're going to let it flow down because it doesn't need to be real sources. It just needs to be water. That's literally it. It could be flowing. So we'll go ahead, fill this all in really quickly, and then we buy 2 water buckets, and we start expanding this water around in here, and then we should pretty much be done once I place that in. There we go. So now we can go ahead and start breaking this, and all the water should be flowing down inside the area, which is good. You love to see it. Okay, so as you can see, all the water is in position. Now we can go ahead and put down our first fisher. We're gonna go ahead and open up a area so we can put the fisher down, because it needs an open area like this so it can actually be placed down, of course. And we also need hoppers, which I completely forgot about. We're gonna buy a decent bit of these, and we're gonna set up like 3 of the fishers, I guess. But we'll go ahead and start placing down these hoppers on top of this. Just gotta make sure the hoppers are situated how they should be. So it should kind of look like this format. It goes into the side, and then it goes down, into the side, goes down, but it goes in the opposite order. It goes all the way to the bottom, then upwards. It'll stack into it, all the fuel. So there should be a gap of water here. We can just place down the bot. There we go. Now we repeat this again. So I'm thinking we're gonna set up all 5, and we're just not going to enable the ones that don't need to be enabled if we can't run all the fuel on it. That's at least the plan. So we'll go ahead and place this down, and then we have 1 more. So we go 1, 2, put a block here, put the hoppers like this, and then we go ahead, place down the bot. Perfect. So when trying to access these, when disabling or going in their menu at least, you need to go ahead and click where their head is and be on the level, or else it might interact with the bot above or below it. It's really buggy, but it does work out either way with this setup. And now we're gonna need a link chest, which I have a decent bit of these, I think, still. Yeah, we have 3 of them. Okay, so I grabbed iron fuel just to start up some of these. Okay, so I put some iron fuel in, all the spare stuff that was spinning around. We'll go ahead and turn this thing on, see if it fishes up anything. It should go right there. Yeah, Yeah, there it is. But if we check island fishing, we're already at our limit, and it just caught fish there, so it definitely works. And it also counts towards the next one you're trying to work towards if it catches that tight. So it's really good to get this, especially when you don't want to manually farm all these fish or grind all these fish, kind of like what I do, for example. But as you can see, we've already gotten a decent bit of farm fish. The price is, of course, significantly worse, is what it is. So now we need to set up the link chest, which is going to go right here and set to the white channel, which it's just going to start taking a ton of fuel out of here and going into this spot, I think. Yeah, it's also going to go into here. So we're going to need dirt to organize all this. And I'm going to have to watch all of it as well, because I don't know how much fuel is going to be used. It really depends. So we'll start out with the first two bots that we have here, and then we'll see if that holds up for the time being. So if we take a look at island fishing, we have all these types of fish here that we need to collect, all the way up to frog legs. So we'll go ahead, grab out some chests, because we're going to do the double chest kind of mechanic that I've shown previously. And we'll grab out our collection, of course, as well. And I think we're going to just make this go out about 6 long, and then we'll be good from there. Unless, how many can we store in here? That's the first thing I want to know. So we'll go ahead, place this down, go to fishing, and we just see how many we can put in. Oh, we can put in a ton. Okay, so we only need 2 of these. Never mind. So we can go ahead, put a chest down, and then set this one to frog leg, and then we're good. And then in the future, if we get anything else, we'll add what we can add here, which is up to axolotls. So we'll keep that how it is, and we'll get rid of these 2 hoppers, because apparently we didn't need them. So there we go. We got that situated for collection, which means all that loot is gonna go into the cellar and just make some money. Which reminds me, last video, we never even got a cellar upgrade, and so far, there's just none selling. There was only one that sold, and it was 4 million. This is gonna be tedious to find one of these. I'll probably have to ask around in chat and see if I can get one for like 5 million or something. Of course, we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, the combination of automation here, plus people fishing at my island almost every hour of just people fishing, can get me up to axolotl really quickly, which I believe, if we take a look in recipes, you need farmed axolotl fins, or you need fresh axolotl fins, which is just manually grinded. That's why it says fresh. So that's really good to know. And I did start buying all the copper fin recipe pages. We need 4 more, which is gonna take a while for people to sell them all, but I will try and buy them right as I see them, because obviously I should. There's also Vanta Black, which is actually really hard to come by. I think I'm gonna buy this full recipe just so I have it. So we're gonna go ahead and claim the Vanta Black just so we have it, of course, because it is a good recipe for fishing, apparently. It's better than copper fins, but it's harder to actually get to work because you need like ink sacks, but it makes a lot more money, of course. At island level 26, and once we have the requirements, we can definitely get Vanta Black going. It'll just take some time, of course, until we get there. I'm putting in the dirt and the grass right now, so we're getting that all situated. And I believe we need 3 types of items, so we're gonna use some wood this time. So we're gonna swap this out with wood here. So it goes dirt, grass, and then wood. So then the next one would be dirt, and then this would be dirt here, but then also the next one's gonna be grass. This is gonna be a tedious process to figure this out, but it's definitely gonna be worth it. Oh yeah, and I completely forgot we need upgrades in this. So we need tier 2 upgrades in some of these. How much are they actually? So tier 3s are 14 million. We can actually just buy tier 3s. So what I've done is I bought one for 14 million, and we're gonna use a tier 1 as well. Or actually 2 tier 2s, 2 tier 1s, and then 1 tier 3. That's what we'll do. Because I'm still trying to save money, but I definitely want to put in some good upgrades. So we'll go to the bottom, put in a tier 3, and then in this one, we'll put in a tier 2. This one will be tier 2. This will be tier 1, and this will be tier 1. But definitely these are good upgrades to get because you're getting more island XP, less fuel usage, better success chance, and of course the double contribution chance. Overall, it's pretty smart to put in upgrades, I shall say. So the fuel is currently kind of draining, if I'm gonna be completely honest, but that's because it's taking out from here super quickly. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on this, and I'll give an update here in a moment on how well the fuel's holding up with all 5 of these bots, and to give a idea on if we have to use a limited amount of these, like 3 or 4 of them. We'll see. I'll give an update here in a moment. So it's been a few hours since I last recorded the last clip, and turns out our fuel is keeping up like very well with the current amount of fishers we have down. I got all the hoppers situated so all the fuel is going in properly, and all the fishers are running as well. We got 5 going, all on their upgrades as well, and there's still no cellar upgrade, which is kind of annoying, so we might not be getting that at all. I'll try and get it off camera if I can. That is my plan, so then I can start making money from this. And what I did do is put up all the copper fins pages on AH, and the reason for that is I found a recipe on AH, so I went ahead and bought it. It was quite pricey, but it was definitely worth the purchase. So we're gonna go ahead and claim it. So now we have copper fins, which is perfect. You love to see it. But if we look at island fishing, you can see we're making progression here. If we update it really quickly, we've probably gone up a bit. Yes, we have. And that's not even been a minute, which is kind of insane. So these things are putting in the work, which is really, really good. Definitely gonna hit axolotls really, really soon. And then eventually hit squids, so then we can start making those recipes. That being said, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I appreciate all the support recently, and I will see you all in the next one.